This is Daf Yomi Yerushalmi. According to the Art Scroll Oz Vahoda edition, we are in Daf Vav Amud Aleph. Um, we are up to Ad Kedun, which is 6 lines down. Vav Amud Aleph in the Vilna. Um, Daf Gimel Amud Aleph, and it's 4 lines to the bottom. So we're going back to being essay. We ended with we brought an opinion that maybe the Ma'abadim as Muta Bedrachim, the fact that you're allowed to lose some of it on the road, is talking about Shumas Meiser of the Mai. But now we're going back to the opinion that the previous opinion before that it's Meiser Sheni of the Mai. And the Gemara says, okay, I understand if you have to schlep the fruit itself because you have no money, and you go up to Yerushalayim, so it makes sense that you lose something there's some loss along the way. But what if you have money? Are you required to redeem the Ma'aser Sheni which you have in order to take out the money up to Yerushalayim? So the Gemara says, Ad Kedum She'em Yodamos. He didn't have money. How the most? What about he had money? What's the status? Does he have to be Mechal the Ma'aser Sheni? And then, of course, safeguard the money on his way to Yerushalayim. So, he said the following: he said that his father had money in a pouch of some sort. But even though he had this, even though he had this money in his pouch, he was not mechalel the Ma'aser Sheni. So it indicates us that you don't have to, you're not required to do the to be mechalel, as the Pnei Moshe says. Abi sheyu most besakshlo afil hachilo echosh shechalo yuchli bu bedrachim. You let it get lost. So this is talking about, by the way, at the time of the Moraim. So evidently there were still people going up to Yerushalayim to eat Ma'aser Sheni at that time. Otherwise, why is it on the derech? Asir Rabbi Chia Barba, that which Rabbi Chia Barba just told us, that you're not mechal, is Rabbi Zira. It goes like Rabbi Chia, or like Rabbi Zira, Rabbi Ela, and that which Rabbi Ela said. I'm sorry, sorry. The Asher Rabbi Chia Barba, Rabbi Zira, Rabbi Ela, Rabbi Ami. No, it is Rabbi Ela goes like Rabbi Ami. Says the Pnei Moshe, Ati Rabbi Chia Bar Bakr Rabbi Zira the El the Meforish the Masis Ma'aser Sheni Shot my mitukma. Parasile Nam Rabbi Chia Bar Bakr. Say about Ma'aser Sheni, like we just said. And therefore he didn't have to redeem it because it says the Ma'amnis Muta Bedrachim, right? And then the Pnei Moshe has a girsa. Rabbi Acha says Tos Sovereign Lonis Karkan Rabbi Acha El Rebun Barchia. I think argues is Ela, right? But in any event, the boy El had my brisa and being true. Mishum Dius for the Rabbi Ami the El the Farish Lamas Nisan Shumas Ma'aser Shel Mai Nami Mutukma. So he holds it's also possible like Rabbi Ami said to say it's about Shumas Ma'aser Shel Mai. Capricious like we saw previously. Rabbi Yanai Amrei Rabbi Ami. Today Rabbi Yanai Amrei, the house of Rabbi Yanai, they said Pachas mi'ochel mutal abdo beporus. So the Pnei Moshe explains that what says Ma'amri is muto. How much is muto? Pachas mutar beporos. Imayo ibachatichos prusos if it's already chopped up or sliced. Mutar beshir pachas mi ochel. What's it? Ochel? It's really probably pronounced uchal or okel, which is a measure, which is okehu ki grogeres, up to a grogeres. Upachas mikan, less than that, lonikra ochel. I'm not sure. Maybe it's. I think that is ochel is a measure. So Gil Ephraim says, I don't know if we've done anything in Ephraim in a while. Gil Ephraim is actually my favorite parish on the Yerushalmi, but it doesn't appear every. Sometimes it doesn't appear for pages on end, and sometimes it's in front, sometimes in the back. So we're going to go wherever there's Gil Ephraim. I try to go Gil Ephraim, and so that's what we're going to do here. I'm not sure when the article Gil Ephraim appears on the page. I don't think it does. No, the article does not appear on the page. I don't know if it even. I wonder if it appears in the back. Evidently not. That is a tremendous chisar in the article. Not to have Gil Ephraim is a tremendous loss. Okay, what can we do? It's not there. I don't see it here. Okay, so if you have the film, you can follow along. Or if not, then follow along anyway. It's not inside. So again, the Beit Rabbeinu and Reparos me'ocha mutar abdo. So the Beporos, Avasholem agrogeres. If Rabbi Shimon Tzadok said B'sholem agrogeres, Beporos afilu kama mutar. Ma pligin, Raimon Amar bedo pligin. And there's he goes now with the gears of the Kesed Mishnah. He says gears of the Kesed Mishnah and the Radbaz is low pligin. The Beit Rabbeinu Amri Chulei Rabbi Yochanan B'Shem Rabbi Shimon Tzadok Ben Poros Shem Agoras near a Perusha. So he says, what's the pshat here? Okay, so ochel is not a measure, like I said before in bringing Pnei Moshe. Ochel is k'achiluk, is k'beitza. So, beporus, that's when it's sliced. You can lose up to k'beitza. Avo b'sholim, if it's a whole agrogeres, then you can lose somewhat less, grogeres. Rabbi Yochanan B'Shem Shimon Tzadok Omar B'Sholem Agrogeres. In he says by a sholem, it's a up to a grogeres. The sholem say Yerushalmi b'poros afil kama mutar. So okay, but why does it give a share by poros? Is anything mutar? Perish b'tmiyah. You can lose a large piece. You can't lose a large piece like a beitza. Ma pligin, what's my inkain? But my pligin to be Rabbi Yanai Rabbi Yochanan. Okay, if we can't imagine that you can lose more than a beitza, so what's the machlekes? They both say the same thing. Prusa, I could go Beitza, and Sholem, I could go Geras. What's my came? My pliga to be Rabbi Yana, Rabbi Yochanan. V'amar mora bedo pligin. And this is what the machlokes is. And he says the parentheses, Krigersa Mishnah lo pligin kavod lo k'moshel das shlo pligi ela pligin. Okay, we don't have that gersa, so nothing to worry about. So no gersa lo pligin. We have gersa pligin, and this is machlokes. The Beit Rabbi Yana Rabbi Chulei. Yochanan Shem Rishim Barichai, Ben Paras Mishlam Akogeres, Yochanan Mar, the Beit Rabbi Yanai, Bishlam Akogeres. So Paras Dino Kisholim. So let's see, and again, the Beit Rabbi Yanai, as you translate, the Beit Rabbi Yanai, Rabbi Yochanan Shem Rishim Barichai, Ben Paras Mishlam Akogeres makes no difference. It's always Akogeres, never Kebetza. Rabbi Yochanan say, Rabbi Yochanan, the Beit Rabbi Yanai, according to Rabbi Yanai, Kisholim Akogeres, meaning, and also with Paras, Akogeres, there's no difference. Okay, so let's see that inside now again. That's when it is sliced. I was showing my geras only up to go geras. So b'yom shem shem mitzvah b'shloim I could go geras. The paros afilu kama mutter. So then I could be tmiya. Can you by paros is no matter what it's okay. So can't be. Must be kibetza, not more. Okay. My pleading. So what's my machlekes? Rabbi Mona Amar B'da pleading. This is my machlekes. Berani Amar paros mi ocham mutal abe beparos. You less than pace. You're allowed to lose when it's sliced. Abu sholem aku gogeres. But when it's a sholem, you can only lose up to gogeres. Yom Shem Shimon Tzaddik says bein beparos bein sholem aku gogeres. No difference. So gogeres on both. Yoshe boy mal afrish kol shul abeid. So then Rabbi Yoshe asks a new question. He says that the Moshe says, Ma'u lafrish koshu ulabei cancel the margirsus at fus tos. The muchahu klamay muta, I guess Moshe had different gears. So klamay muta chatchi afrish mat lamaisa sheni shel demai ba'amanas la'abeid. I'm allowed to set aside a little bit of maisa sheni shel demai in order to lose it, which is an interesting idea. I don't. Not sure I understand that. Let's see what else we can find here. So I'm not sure I understand Pnei Moshe, but the Mashbiach says a nice shot. He says, okay, fine, a shalom you can lose, according to opinion, by shalom you can only lose a grogeris, but by a porus you can lose up to kibetza. So what can you take a little bit off the shalom, and then it's not a shalom anymore, it's a porus, and then you can lose more. And there's no resolution to that question. V'noslam aretz v'yocha kenegdo. So this is going back on what it said in the Mishnah. V'noslam aretz v'yocha kenegdo. That's what it says in the Mishnah too. So the you can give it to Am Aretz eating Yerushalayim, even though he's chashuv to eat it b'tumah, and you can then take more ma'aser sheni of your. You can make from your own chulin, and he does ma'aser sheni Yerushalayim b'tara as if it's ma'aser sheni to compensate for what the Am Aretz ate b'tumah, which this you can't do by vada, only by demai. That's what Gemara says here. But also Am Aretz v'yocha connect the b'demai, only b'demai. Avadai lo. By vada you're going to do it. Shein mosim vada Am Aretz. You don't give over vada to Am Aretz. In that case, your response will get up to Yerushalayim, and to get it up to Tara. Okay, halacha gimel. Halokech lezera. Somebody who's buying a grain to plant, lebehemor, to feed an animal. Kamach, somebody's buying flour, loros, to work tan hides. The shemoner is buying oil to burn and a candle. Shamasu bakem, or to anoint vessels. Patim minadmai. He's not eating it, and therefore it's exempt from demai. It means by its vice of florets. Meaning ksiv lahalon from kaziv, it's spelled here, but and the yeah, it's interesting. In the art school, it's spelled giziv, and in the Vilna it's spelled our normal way, which is kiziv. Because it is outside of Eretz Yisrael. Chalas am oretz, the chala which Am Oretz took off from his dough, avamaduma, and when you have the chumas meiser mixed into meiser or other payers, v'alakuach bekes meiser, something which is purchased from you bought purchased from Am Oretz with the money of most meiser money. Something the leftover from menachos, evidently it's a mincha which comes from Oretz. All these opportunities of the Demai did not decree that you have to separate the Demai in all these cases. The shemen orev, this is a persimmon oil which is extinct, which we don't. It's called fire parsimon. Today is persimmon, but we don't have this persimmon. So shemen orev, meshame mechayvim. Yerushalmi says that it's a food stuff, and therefore have to take out the Demai. And Beis Hillel says poetry, and you're exempt from the stating Yerushalmi Demai. And now we finish the Mishnah on Zion and Ralph, so we'll stop here for today.